Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Abby, and I'm joined today by Janet. And we're going to take the next few minutes to walk through the South Line section of the Orange Line Light Rail project. Closed captioning is available in English and Spanish by clicking the CC button at the bottom right of the video window. The Orange Line team has established 8 working groups designed to dive a little deeper into each of the project's 8 sections. Stations serve as the boundaries for these working groups. For the South Line working group, the boundaries are the Slaughter Park and Ride on the south and the Stastny Station on the north. The Stastny Station is the southern end of the initial investment. You can see this by the change from a solid orange line to a dashed orange line. As part of the initial investment, the 801 Rapid Bus would continue to serve the area between the Stastny Station and the ultimate southern end of the project, Slaughter Park and Ride. If you're interested in participating in live working group sessions that you can ask questions and provide feedback in real time, please visit capmetro.org/get-involved to check out events happening now and to sign up for a future working group meeting. After this slide, Janet is going to take over screen sharing and walk you through the engineering schematics for the South Line section. Schematics are a technical tool used by the engineering team to develop the design. Each page has a legend, but you won't be able to see the legend while we're zoomed in, so we wanted to briefly orient you. I'll review some important items. Just noting that this legend is related to the schematics that Janet will be sharing, not the cross sections on this page. Starting in the top left, you'll see SB or southbound and NB or northbound tracks. These are blue and red solid lines. The tracks stick together, so you'll see them side by side like this throughout. Right below that, you'll see the existing ROW and proposed ROW limits. These are indicated by black and blue dashed lines. This shows you right-of-way or ROW or right-of-way, shows you where we might need to allocate additional space for transportation facilities or right-of-way throughout the project. The rest of this is a little less critical, so we'll move on to the right-hand column. The seafoam green indicates an at-grade or street-level guideway. Sky blue indicates retained cut and fill for the guideway. This color is used to show that the guideway is not at street level, but is also not fully elevated. We'll use this to show where we're gaining and decreasing elevation as a result of an aerial guideway segment. The orange color indicates that the guideway is fully aerial or elevated above street level. The purple indicates an underground guideway. We won't see that in this section. These hashed rectangles are station platforms. This is where you wait for the train. And the gray you'll see extensively on the existing roadway is new and improved pavement for the vehicle lanes. These last 3 colors, yellow, green, and magenta, represent different bicycle and pedestrian facilities. Janet will talk through those in more detail as we look at the schematic. Just below the legend, you'll see that the schematics read south to north, with the south on the left and north on the right. We'll be working through the project from south to north. Finally, on the right-hand side, you'll see various cross-sections for the project in some key areas. While the schematics we are about to look at are designed to show us what the project would look like from above, these help show us what the project would look like if we're standing right in the middle of it. Janet will describe us more of these when we show them on screen, but I want to talk about some shared characteristics. Through the slaughter area, we're generally proposing full bicycle and pedestrian facilities with separated by a tree furniture zone. This is indicated in green on each of these cross sections. The light rail tracks are in the middle of the existing roadway with several various car, turning, and bus movements on either side. In the vicinity of the William Cannon Station, the tracks and station, indicated in orange, are in the middle of the existing roadway between the car and bus lanes on either side, again indicated in gray. You'll see that where space is where space is limited, we combine and eliminate the tree and furniture zone, but still offer full bike and pedestrian facilities, separated by a buffer. In the Stastny area, you'll see that light rail lines shift to the right side of the roadway. We'll explain more about this when we get to that area of the schematic, but we wanted to call attention to it here as well. With that, I'll turn it over to Janet to share the engineering design plans.
Thanks, Abby. All right, so Gabby mentioned, the beginning of the Orange Line project and the South Line starts north of Ralph Albonado Drive. And just to orient ourselves, the north is again to the right side of the page, south is to the left. And The northbound tracks are indicated here in the red line. Southbound tracks are in the blue. You'll see that the tracks are actually offset from the center of the road with the Slaughter Station in between the tracks. And the reason the tracks are offset from the center of the road is to better integrate with the future park and ride location. Again, the park and ride location is not yet fixed. We are aware of, the rapidly changing real estate environment, especially in this area. We are aware that there's a future development in this property. And whenever you see a green circle with a site plan note, this indicates that there is a development already in progress in the properties, for example, here and here. So yeah, as we move forward in our designs, we are going to adjust our alignment to avoid the future developments as much as we can. On South Congress, you'll see that we are proposing full roadway improvements. However, we will maintain the current lane configuration of 2 northbound, 2 southbound, and a center turn lane. As we head north on the project, the tracks veer back into the middle of the road. It will be at grade, meaning at the same level as the road. I want to point out that all driveways on the project will be maintained. And in this area, we are proposing a full dedicated bike and pedestrian facility. The green indicating the bike lane, the pink is the tree furniture zone, and the yellow is the sidewalk. As you'll see here in this section, we have a full bike, tree fern, and a sidewalk on both sides of the road. So as we head north, the tracks are, maintaining at grade in the center of the road. There'll be a signalized intersection at Foremost Drive. Heading north, the tracks remain in the center of the road. And as we cross south of Boggy Creek right here, the tracks actually have to raise up to cross over the creek to clear the 100-year water surface elevation. So go to the profile to show you. So the dashed black line is the existing ground. The blue line is the profile of the track and the roadway. So you'll see here that the tracks go up over Boggy Creek. This will be a proposed bridge. And we are elevating to clear that 100-year water surface elevation. The green area indicates retained fill. As well as going back to the plan, you will see this red with a V-notch line that indicates limits of the retaining wall. So you'll see it on both sides. As we progress in our designs, we will of course reduce as much as we can the limits of the retaining wall. We are going to maintain driveway access to this Last Stand Brewing Company and this area. Heading north, Ditmar Road is going to be a right in, right out. This means that cars can no longer cross the tracks. And in order for them to, access southbound Congress, cars would have to turn right on Congress, head to the next nearest intersection, and make a U-turn. The tracks remain in the center of the road at grade. Again, full dedicated bike and pedestrian facilities on both sides of the road. At this intersection, we are proposing a new signalized intersection due to a new multi-family development here. And based on our traffic study, it did show that there was enough traffic to warrant a signalized intersection. This also provides an opportunity for pedestrians to cross safely at a signalized intersection. Okay, so heading north, on South Congress, again, the tracks are in the center of the road with full dedicated bike and ped facilities. Algoin Street is going to be a right in, right out. Similarly with Cloudview and Meteor. So for the folks from Centennial Place Apartments, for example, who want to again access southbound Congress, from the northbound side, they would have to turn right on Congress and make a U-turn at William Cannon. So as we head to William Cannon, we are proposing the William Cannon Station. It is going to be a split platform, meaning there's going to be a platform on either sides of the intersection. And as you'll see here, the footprint, widens out to accommodate this platform. So in this area, due to this widened footprint, we actually reduce or eliminate the tree furniture zone, this area in pink. We reduce that to reduce the impacts on the adjacent properties. So in this area, you'll see that, we'll now have a bike lane followed by a 2-foot buffer area, followed by a sidewalk. So to orient ourselves, the Pleasant Hill Library is to the bottom of the page here. And heading north, William Cannon is going to be a full signalized intersection as it is today. The northbound split platform is indicated here in this dashed box. Again, like I mentioned, because we are widening out for the footprint to accommodate this platform, we have eliminated the tree furniture zone, but we will still provide a fully separated bike and ped facility on both sides of the road. As we head further north, the tracks remain in the center of the road. Again, we are maintaining full driveway access to all businesses on both sides of the road. Circle South Road is going to be a signalized intersection as it is today. This is Pleasant Hill Elementary School. And another full signalized intersection is being proposed here. And the tracks, remain in the center of the road at grade. And as we head north, we are widening back out to provide the free furniture zone since we have sufficient right of way to accommodate this wider footprint. So we'll have the bike lane followed by a tree furniture zone and sidewalk, both sides of the road. Tracks remain in the center of the road as we head north. This is Society SoCo, a new development. So just to give an example, for folks from this apartment wanting to head southbound, they can no longer turn left across the tracks. They would have to head north to Little Texas and make that U-turn. Little Texas, we are maintaining the full signalized intersection. And you'll see the tracks eventually veer off to the west side. And the reason we do that is to better integrate with the park and ride that we are proposing in this corner between Congress and Wasson. I do want to point out that at North Bluff, the current road configuration is what we call a slip lane, which is a very wide, Y-shaped intersection. But in our proposed condition, we are proposing a traditional signalized intersection, and this is to provide a safer crossing environment for pets and bikes. So now, in this situation, the pets would have to cross the slip lane in an unsignalized intersection, but here they can cross in a fully signalized intersection. So the limits of the initial investment are everything north of Stastny. And basically this is the limit of the area of the South Line, which is again outside of the initial investment. So I will turn it over to Abby now to provide a closing.
Thank you, Janet, and thanks again to all of you for joining us to review the South Line section of the Orange Line Light Rail project. Please take a moment to complete the questions below and tell us what you think about the project's design in this area, including strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. To learn what the plans look like north of here, check out the St. Ed's Stastny video. And please visit our Get Involved page at www.catmetro.org/get-involved to find out how to stay involved with the Project Connect program. Thanks again.